how is this going to work with this PlayStation 6, right? Like, is it anything that's portable is going to inherently have less power in it because you just can't get all of that from what's in a box into like a portable unless technology is like moving on in such a way by the time that comes out.
Unless they know something we don't, unless they have vibranium or something from Wakanda forever. Like, what's going on?
Sony has broken into the Marvel vaults. They did this. Spider-Man, because it's owned by Sony and licensed by Sony, has swung into like a spy into the Marvel universe
and has
gotten
put their web up
from Black Panther from Wakanda.
It's like Wakanda forever.
Float it back to Sony Studios. Oh my God, could you imagine? I fucking love that.
I mean, this is what has to happen. Sony has done it.
They've got vibranium. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of the Addison Gaming Podcast, the show where we talk about the games we want to whenever they came out, because that's what we're playing. We'll talk old stuff. We'll talk new stuff. We'll talk everything in between. I am your host, WckdGmrUK Allen, but on this episode, you can call me a mime, because I just beat my first mime in Claire Expedition 33, and that was tough. And as always, I am joined by the most amazing co-host in the world, Mike Malldee, a.k.a. the elusive Switch dev kit that you just can't get your hands on. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing really well. I am excited to talk about some gaming news with you today.
Absolutely, And such as there's been a lot of like random news, right? It's been a bit of like we got stuff.
It's been all over the place.
Has been all over the place. I feel like it's that kind of like news cycle where it's the end of the summer. Like businesses haven't fully gone back to work yet. We haven't got all those big announcements, so we're just kind of getting all the scraps after all of like the
it's like the lull before, like the calm before the storm. I want to say, I feel like a lot's about to happen.
And I'm excited for it. I love this part of the year when you start to get into the fall and the weather's changing and you just want all the good games to start coming out because, you feel like...
Because you're not going to be outside that much either, so...
Exactly. So to be fair, I've had a lot of good gaming this summer, so it's been...
it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. But I'm ready to, like, hunker down and, like, I want some good games. Like, I'm ready for Metroid Prime 4. I'm just ready. I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it is.
And then
because I think we need especially after like the things like PAX West and Gamescom have happened, and that people out there in the wild have started to play these things. It just gets you that much more excited for what's coming down the line.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of PAX West, I was there, but I didn't go.
What?
Yeah, I happened to be in Seattle. Seattle in the middle of the
my gosh,
the whole entire conference, like Friday, and I was at the hotel where a lot of the people were staying, and literally like in the middle of everything because my hotel is like connected to the convention center or whatever. Or really
oh my God! So you could like see all the. I
saw everything happening, and I walked by. Yeah, I went to, and so my whole goal was I didn't even know. I totally forgot about PAX West. I knew it was happening, but for some reason I didn't put two and two together. So I just saw everybody. I saw all these badges, and I'm like, what is going on? And then I was like, oh shit, it's PAX West, and So anyway, I was looking around. I was like, look at all my freaks and geeks here. I felt so like seen. And yeah, so anyway, it was really cool because the vibe and the energy was really cool. And there's this retro gaming store about 10 minutes from the hotel, 10, 15 minutes from the hotel called Pink Gorilla. Shout out to you guys. But so I have a really good story actually. So I go there and I'm really looking for like different types of GameCube. I wanted a GameCube because I have some GameCube games and I wanted to like replay it, and I know Switch Online, but there's certain games you can't play.
Yeah.
So
which color GameCube are you trying to get? Sorry, I
don't really care actually.
I used any color. Okay.
But the thing is with these stores is that they know what they have, so they charge like what is pretty fair for it, What you could like if you go on eBay, you're gonna find it for the same price. So
sure. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm there and I see like in this case like a whole bunch of Pokemon games. They had a Heart Gold, they had Soul Silver, and those are going for like $140 just for the game
What,
without the
really?
case or anything. Yeah, they're very highly
Why?
sought after. For Nintendo DS, they're just like they just really highly sought after games. And so
Wow. Okay.
and
I
if
had no
you
idea.
and if you just homebrew your DS, you can totally like play it like for free. But
Right. Okay.
which is fine. But I mean, it's just there's very collectible those games. But
Right.
one thing that
Yeah.
came with the DS is with those games, not came with it, but an accessory is a Pokewalker. And the Pokewalker is it's like a pedometer. So you can put your Pokemon, transfer it from your DS to your little Pokewalker, and then take your
Right.
Pokemon on walks with you, and it'll pick up things along the way, and it'll level up outside in the real world, which is kind of cool. It's like the Pokemon Go.
Oh. And wait, and then
So-
after you come back from your walk, it will then put it back into the game and it'll level up in the game?
Yeah, I haven't got that far, but yes.
Oh, right,
Like you
okay.
basically, yes,
Sick.
you level up in the game. And then so you just
Oh,
kind of like,
wow.
it's like Pokemon everywhere. And then you can battle on it too, apparently. But I bought it because I needed one, and here it is. He's just gotta go.
Oh my God, look at that.
So yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a hoot hoot. It's a
what's a
hoot
hoot hoot?
I don't know.
What's
it's
a hoot hoot? Oh, is that one of the
it's a
Pokemon?
Pokemon, yeah. I found it. I caught it when I was
yeah.
walking around. So anyway, it was so I looked up online, and they go for like $70 to $100 for these things, and I bought it.
Okay,
for
what did you?
$70 because
Okay, that's not bad.
I really wanted it. And
Yeah.
but so here's my quick story. I bought it and it was all beat up and stuff, and I was like, whatever, I don't care. And I was really mad about it, but it didn't turn on. So I bought it when I didn't try it out there. He said, yeah, it works, blah, blah. So I walked away and I
Oh,
went and I had a
big
beer
mistake.
somewhere. I had some Indian food. And then I was like, it's not turning on. So let me try to replace the battery. But I didn't have the tri-tip screw or whatever they needed back here. And so I walked back. And it's really crowded in there with all these PAX West people, by the way. And
I bet.
I'm like, hey, it's not working. So they take it apart. They put a new battery in it, and it's still not working. And then they realize their battery's shot. And then somebody saw me with the Pokewalker. He's like, oh, I wish I could have bought that. And he's like, the guy behind the counter is like, oh, I have another one. And then it looks like mine was all beat up, and this one is all like perfect condition, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Wait a minute.
this is all beat up. Can I have that one instead in front of the guy who wanted the other one? And so because I already bought it, and so the guy kind of like walked away, and then I bought I traded it for this one instead because I said mine's not
but
working.
he didn't charge you more, right?
No. And
Okay.
and so the other guy ended up buying the one I took back. But I was so
great.
pissed at first because I could have got one for the same price that was like in good condition online.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
got screwed. And then
And,
when
like,
I went
worked
back, and
immediately.
it was like the Lord Jesus Christ like descended down from heaven and was like,
Yeah.
Mike, go back to that store and get your fucking Pokewalker. And
Yeah,
in my
exactly.
world, my Jesus cusses. And so
Especially
and
when
I'm
it comes
like,
to Pokewalkers. Get you a
Yes.
nice, clean
And
fucking Pokewalker.
and so I was like, I'm just going to go back. And I felt like, that you just don't like confrontation. And I was like, fine,
Sure.
I'll just keep it. But
Yeah.
so no, I was like, I'm going back. I'm only in Seattle once, which I'm probably not, but I'll be there again probably next week. But so I'm just like, okay. So I'm going, and I get there, and I look at the guy, and he's like, oh, let me see, let me try to fix it. And I'm just like, I'm just so happy that I got one and get perfect. Look, literally, it's in perfect condition. There's like no scratches on it.
I mean, it
and
looks like it's, super shiny, brand new,
Anyway,
right?
it's just
Yeah.
something I really wanted, and here we are. So
All's well that ends well, right? I mean, like
yes.
but I'm surprised you didn't try turning it on when you were in the store. Like that for me, any kind of old retro system or whatever, turn it
For
on.
some
try it out.
reason, I was just like, yeah, I got one. And then I walked away. Well, because the thing is, it was still in its like packaging, like the bag, not the original packaging, but it was like in a bag and stuff. And I was like, oh, I
Right.
don't feel like opening this up right now and whatever. But he
Yeah.
was like, yeah,
Yeah.
everything's tested, everything's guaranteed. And so I wasn't really concerned. Oh, also on top of that, they had Buffy the Vampire Slayer Chaos Bleeds GameCube edition.
Did you?
And
How
the
much?
GameCube is, because I have the PlayStation 2 edition, it's $60.
Right.
And
Okay.
and so not horrible. And so and it's a great game, and I really wanted to play it. And because I have a Wii that plays GameCube games,
Oh, great! There you go.
so
Yeah.
so I was going to buy it, but then I looked at it and everything, and it had the original like the insert, but it was like beat up the booklet inside. I was
Sure.
like, okay,
Yeah.
so I contemplated, and then I looked online, and I found it for $55 with complete like insert everything
Sick.
like in perfect
Cool.
condition. So I said, "Oh, I passed on it," and now I have that coming to me, and I'm super excited to play it with my Wii. And so, yeah, so I'm all set. I'm bringing my Wii back to London. I have the new connector for HDMI TVs, and because you have to get a new connector
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
for the Wii. So I'm really excited to play GameCube games on my Wii now. So
That is one of the most underrated aspects of the original Wii's, that
oh my
like
God,
GameCube
yes.
compatibility. Because I had one, but again, I missed the whole GameCube generation because I think we talked about
Mhm.
this on maybe even the last episode because I was just a busy time with school and stuff. So like I never really fully appreciated it, and now it feels like it's a no-brainer. Get that Wii with the GameCube compatibility, and
Oh,
then
for
you're
sure.
set. You've got
Not
all
all
that
of them
stuff you
have the
need.
compatibility.
Right? Yeah. Later ones they got rid of it, didn't they?
Mhm.
They like and then side question, Mike. So if someone hasn't played Pokemon before and they're going to
Okay.
get into it,
Yeah.
you as the resident Pokemon expert, what
Okay.
would you tell that person? What is the first game they
I
need to
would
play to jump
say
into it?
Pika Pika. I would
You think
say
so? Which
Pikachu,
means
which means I would say okay. I would totally here. I have it right here. Actually, give me 1 second, family. I think I have it here. Do I have it? Do I have it too? I would say buy one of these little retro systems. Oh,
uh-huh.
look at us.
Yep.
I would say buy one of these little retro systems because you can literally load any game onto it. I'm not going to show you how. I mean, we can't show you how, but you can figure it out. But you can
Mhm.
load any game, and you can load the original Pokemon games on here and play them. And I would recommend buying an old Anbernic or a little retro system so you can play these games.
Right.
You can also load Pokemon games on your phone. You just have to go into a deep dive in Google or ChatGPT will help you. But but yeah, like, and then you can play Pokemon and start. I would start out with the original red, blue, yellow.
You think straight back to the
The
OGs.
151, the 151. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's what started it all, and it literally has stood the test of time because I replayed it and was
Yeah.
so fulfilling. It's so good. It's so good. It's such a good game.
Yeah. It's one that like, and I we've talked about this before, but it's one that I really desperately want to get into really deeply, but then I start playing it and I'm like, "Ugh, I just don't know if I'm ever gonna love it as much as I think I want to love it."
Mhm.
Um, so I don't know because I do have Scarlet. No, I have Violet. I have Violet on the
Yeah.
Switch.
And that's the new kind where you I mean,
Yeah.
it's the 3D and it's the animation, so you're looking for with
Mm-hmm.
the other one, it's more of just like, I don't know, I just enjoy the exploring of the retro, like the GameCube, I mean
Yeah.
the Game Boy, and it just looks, I don't know, it's classic, it's
Yeah.
easy, it put it in your pocket. Um,
But Pocket
I do
Monsters. I mean,
enjoy
that's what it was called.
exactly Pocket
Yeah.
Monsters. I
Yeah.
do enjoy a Pokemon like on the Switch and stuff, but it's
Mm.
just a completely different vibe. So,
Yeah. Well,
um,
and it put me off on the Switch because they ran so badly, but apparently they run really well on Switch too. So maybe I could
okay.
get back into it and see what that looks like. But
And the thing with
uh,
Pokemon, it's going to be endless hours of endless entertainment because
true.
yes, you are grinding. You're trying to like level up your Pokemon to beat these gym leaders and so on, and then
Mm-hmm.
eventually be like the Pokemon master. But I mean, like these small games pack like months of entertainment. Like you're going to be
So
playing this
good.
for
Yeah.
hours and hours and
Yeah.
weeks, and then you can just pick up right where you left off and just keep going. And I don't know, I love it. I love it. So.
It is. Yeah. I've seen it when we have like hung out in person and you've shown me the
Mhm.
system. It's really cool. I do think I would love to get one, but then I'm also like, I've got so much to play on my Switch too.
True.
And, there's all the like retro games already that are on there. So
This
I don't
was
know.
like
I just,
35 pounds. Like
yeah.
it's like so easy to do. But
Yeah.
but
And
I
it
mean,
does give you that
yes.
nostalgia feel, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And they
cool.
also have the other kind that like looks like a Game Boy, so you can the flip
Yeah.
up Game Boy Advance
Cool.
clamshell. So you can
Yeah.
get there's so many different options. But like I said, you can also play on your phone, emulate it on your phone. But
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
because I think it's not worth spending the extra money to get a real Game Boy and then getting the games. I mean, you're going to be hundreds of dollars down the hole,
It's
and
so much
then
money now, right?
where you can just do it for $50. So
Yeah. There's workarounds, right? Like absolutely. I mean, and that's the sad thing about like the retro market being so expensive that like
if
playing
only
it on
we
original
knew.
hardware is fun, but like the amount of money that I would have made, because I would every 6 weeks or so, or every certain amount of time, I'd go to like Funko Land or GameStop and like sell my
And
systems
you
just to get
torture
like
yourself, right?
100. Yeah, I think
I go
yeah.
back. I go back right now. I go and I look at the prices of all the things I had, and I torture myself with say like, damn it, like. So, for example, I had a GameCube. I had the whole GameCube system. I had the
Yep.
connector for the
Yep.
Game Boy Advance. I had everything, and
Everything.
I had Animal Crossing. The thing is, I still have Super Smash Brothers GameCube discs, thank God.
Cool.
And it's in my Wii, because when I opened my Wii and I pushed the button and it came out, I was like, oh, there it is. And so like I was like, okay, well, and I'm just looking at the prices for these games, and I'm just like, oh man, so I do have my Pokemon Yellow and I have my original Pokemon Blue, so those are worth money. And I have
Ooh,
my
that's
original
great.
Game Boy Color, so I do have all that. But
Yeah.
I just wish I would have kept everything else. And I
Yeah.
donated my GameCube to what's it called? Goodwill. Like, what the hell?
What?
Why did I do that? I know. But I'm on a mission while I'm here in the States. I'm going to go to some estate sales, and I'm going to be the first one in
Yes.
line whenever I see
Good.
GameCube systems. And I really want more games. So,
Yeah.
because games are really expensive. And even if they're shit games,
They
I can
are,
resell them
yeah.
at CEX or GameStop or something. So,
Yeah. And
anyway.
and GameCube is one that's like a lot. It costs a lot of money to collect right now. That's like really hot at the moment.
Yeah,
So
it is so expensive. Everything. I
yeah,
was looking up. I was like, my God, this system's so valuable. So
100%. And just before we move into the news, just one more little side tangent. I miss weird Nintendo and all the accessories that they used to make. Like, you know what you just
so
got.
weird. So
Like,
weird.
they don't do that anymore. Like, I know it's like, you know, the Switch 2 is great and all that, but it's also very much playing it safe. Like, I want some of that weird ass video gamey shit that they used to do.
Yes.
They just need to do some more. Bring back.
They're gonna
weird
come out.
Nintendo,
They're gonna
please.
come out with a weird accessory for the Switch 2.
Yeah.
It's going to utilize the mouse mode with, I don't know. It's going to do something weird, and we're going to be like, that is so silly. I need it.
Yeah. I hope so. I mean, like Labo was pretty weird, but that
was really weird.
You know, it was really weird. I mean, I have Ring Fit, and that was fantastic. That wasn't weird at all. That was just
I have
cool.
that too.
They're definitely going to do another one of those. That's like
I wish
the story.
I wish the story was a little more deeper or better. I don't know. I wanted it to be more. I enjoyed it, but I was like, I want more story. So
yeah, and hopefully that hopefully they will. It was a proof of concept, right? And they realized it worked and people loved it. So hopefully this time they can like really go for it and like.
Oh, for sure. And I was looking up the used prices of it. It's like it's not much less than the new. Like it has held its value. Like you can buy it used, but like for $10 more, you just might get the new one because people sell it for the similar price.
Yeah.
So
I remember getting that. Like it wasn't at the. I managed to. So it was when it came out, it was really popular, and I managed to find one like at a normal like retail store. I didn't have to pay extra, but I got it literally like I don't know. Just before the like lockdown or whatever hit or whatever. And so like I was so lucky. I was like, I feel so good. I can like play Ring Fit like all during lockdown and stuff like that. It worked out perfectly. Yeah. But.
Yeah, I had it and I played it during lockdown and I still gained weight, but it was fun.
Oh my gosh, never again. I never want to do lockdown again. But anyways,
I do miss being home though. Like and just like no, we're not going to talk about this. I learned how to bake pies, and I learned how to eat so many good foods, and I enjoyed. I actually discovered more about myself during that time. So I won't ever wish it never happened because I think I am better as a person today than I was before. So
you're better because of the experience you had in the pandemic.
Because of the experience, yes.
Okay, well there you go. That's a nice silver lining.
Yeah.
Well, I like who you are, Mike. Today. Probably would have liked you just the same as well before, but you have found.
Oh, you knew me before, so you better have liked me.
I did. Don't worry. Well, I hope listeners, you had some soul searching during the pandemic as well. But we are going to switch that topic over to some of the news that's been happening over the last week or so, and we've just picked a scattering of topics to go over, and we're just going to name them off and just share our thoughts and see where the conversation takes us. So Mike, what's happened in the news sphere around video games?
So, the eShop charts for Nintendo have shown that the feature of Kirby and the Story of Seasons is very strong
Mhm.
eShop performance. That's the old one, but the Kirby and the Forgotten Lands for Switch 2 has surged to the top of the eShop charts because
Right.
of the upgrade for Switch 2. Um, and I realized it's not included in if you subscribe to the Nintendo Online, which
No.
I was like, oh. So
Yeah. So okay, let's take this here for a minute. So Kirby, we've got the new it's effectively DLC, I think, is what I'm
yeah,
reading and what I'm
okay,
hearing, right? Like it opens up another world, like and I don't know if it's just for the Switch 2. I think it's actually works on the Switch as well. But if you purchase the Switch 2 version, then it will like in the background like technically make the game run better and have more
and it looks better,
graphical
right?
enhancements. Yeah, it looks better
Yeah.
from but like I but this is such a weird structure for Nintendo because Breath of the Wild got looks so much better and Tears of the Kingdom looks so much better, runs super smooth. You get all the new additional updates that come with using the phone app and stuff. And then that's part of the Nintendo Switch Online service, or you could pay if you want to. But then Kirby and this upgrade is not. So it just feels like they're doing all this weird kind of pricing structure on what you get from your, as part of your Switch Online setup or what you don't. And I don't know. I just feel like calling it like an upgrade just for Kirby just doesn't necessarily feel like an upgrade. I don't know. I
Okay.
feel like it's just a
I
little
don't
bit of
know.
a
I
new
think
world
I
or
might
DLC.
buy it. I might buy
Yeah.
it and try it because I do have the game, and so I
Mm,
feel like the problem is I haven't even got through the game yet. I just have
right.
that's one of my backlog things. So if I do buy it, then I won't even know what the difference will be.
Well,
So maybe I should
but
just play it first.
no, well, I don't think no, actually the one of the things is the new like world that it tries whatever the upgrade is or the
Okay.
DLC, it opens up right after I think you've completed the
Oh,
first
so
world.
is it
So it's
kind of
pretty much
like
available
the
right away.
Mario 3D thing where and Bowser's Fury is like that, like a little
Yes.
bit?
It's
Okay,
kind of
okay.
yes. Except that was like a whole new game,
The whole new game,
right? Like
yeah.
that was a whole new game.
And
But
I've
yeah.
started playing it again, and I'm really enjoying it. So
I
it's
haven't.
cool.
I don't have it. I was really pissed off about this like double dipping because I had a Wii U. I bought all the Wii U
Mm.
games. I 100%ed 3D
Don't get rid of
World.
your Wii U stuff, have you?
No, I won't. I've still got it. I've
Okay,
still got it.
because
I've
I
still got
was
all of it.
looking at some shops out in Chicago as well, and everything is
Yeah,
so expensive for the Wii U. I was like, "What the hell?"
yeah, yeah. I've got all of that like nicely tucked away. I've learned my lesson. But the I was still like, oh, when they put out 3D World with Bowser's Fury, I was just like, I don't I don't want to pay all this money just to
Yeah.
play Bowser's Fury. Like it
You
pisses
can
me
borrow
off.
mine. You can borrow mine
Okay,
then,
yeah, I will
because I
do.
have the cartridge. So
Okay. Yeah.
okay, really
So I
quick
think
too.
yeah.
I was gonna say so Kirby and the Forgotten Lands, and then when I said Story of Seasons, I put them together, and I was reading wrong. But Story of Seasons is for Switch One, and also you can just
Right.
play on Switch Two. But Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar is dominating the charts in the eShop as well, and so these are
Mhm.
the highest things on the eShop. What everybody is buying and playing. So
I mean, it just goes to show you that people are hungry to play stuff on their Switch too, right? Like
yeah,
it's still there. Like even if it's a Switch 1 game like The Story of Seasons,
hmm
is there a Switch 2 version of that or is it just a Switch 1
no,
version?
it's a digital deluxe entry, and it's
Ah,
just no, it's for Switch One, original Switch.
yeah. Those people there are people out there that love story of seasons. Like it's just like
Yeah.
that sim life, farming life, Animal Crossing vibes. Like they can't get
hmm
enough of it and
And that
they
was
run
just
for it.
released a
So
few days
yeah.
or was this last week, I think. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, not for me, but it's cute, it's cozy, it's
hmm
gonna scratch that itch. I'm just always so impressed how people can spend hundreds of hours in those games and
Yeah.
like literally live a whole nother life. They got like 6 jobs, they got 6 houses, they've paid off their mortgages. I'm just like, man, if I could have an ounce of success and like Story of Seasons life from some of those players in my real life, I would be flying. I would love it.
100%. That's so true. I was gonna say too, like I played Stardew Valley, and I have sunk so
Yeah.
many hours into there, and I got
Yeah.
married, and I did all this and that, and I'm like, I want to start it over again. I was like, I don't like this life anymore. I want to start a new life, and you can.
Reset.
So
Yeah.
reset.
I think maybe
Okay,
that's part of like the joy of them all, right? Like if
it
you know,
is.
you can just kind of go, uh, all the things I'm doing make me feel like it's working towards something that is not just kind of like rat on the wheel kind of thing, right? Anyways, good
Okay,
for stories
no,
seasons, kicking
more
some butt,
in
and
news.
yeah, go on.
Kicking some butt story seasons. More in major news. Some major titles are releasing in September. We have Hollow
Well,
Knight Silksong. It's set to launch across multiple platforms, including the Switch
September
2,
4th. That's
September
happening this
4th,
week.
and that's
Coming up.
exciting. And there's so many people that are gonna like people are so excited for it.
Yeah.
First of all, they were
Yeah.
so excited, like, what about Silksong? And
Yeah.
then now it's like, here it is. It's here.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to this one. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up day one, because I really want to keep my attention on Claire Obscura Expedition 33, because I'm starting
Hmm.
to get back into the rhythm of playing that, because I really want to plow through that one. So maybe after Claire Obscura, I finish that, then maybe. But you know, it's going to be around for a long time. It's not going anywhere. It's
It's
finally
not going
out,
anywhere.
but I also there's a little bit of me that doesn't, because it's a Metroidvania, right? So like
Hmm.
I almost don't want to like scratch that Metroidvania itch, because then we've got Metroid Prime 4 Beyond coming out, and I almost want to, you know what I mean? Like when you play a style of game
But
and then
Metro
you
Prime 4 Beyond is like an open world style
yeah,
game.
that's true. That's
It's
true.
not
They
this.
are
It's
kind
first
of
person
different enough.
shooter,
Yeah.
so it's different.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's funny. A
exactly.
Metroid game. It's not really Metroidvania. I
No,
don't think
exactly.
Prime
Yeah.
4 is. So
Ooh, that's a controversial take. Metroid is
maybe the
not a
fact that
Metroidvania.
you have to go backtrack and do all these other things like you do in all
Yeah.
Metroid games, but
Yeah.
that's the only thing. But the
Yeah, but
style of
it's
the game is
this
different.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like Metroidvania is definitely like a
Hmm.
2D kind of vibe thing, but
I agree.
all right. Well, looking forward to it. Hey, listeners, are you deeply excited for Silksong? If so, let us know. Tell us in the comments. Are you picking it up day one? And tell us what you think.
Exactly. Also, in a broader lineup includes Final Fantasy Tactics, correct me if I'm wrong, the Ivalice Chronicles. I don't know
Eve?
how to say.
Eve's Chronicles?
Ivalice. I don't know. I don't know how to say
Nope.
it. I
Don't
don't know
know.
how to say these things. Um, Also, Metro
Probably will
Prime
never
4,
play
of
that.
course. Yeah. Metro
Yeah.
Prime 4, of course, is coming out. Borderlands 4, also remasters of Chronos, The New Dawn, Good
Mm-hmm.
Night Universe. A lot of things coming
Mm-hmm.
out in September. So a lot
Yeah.
of things to look forward to. These are all available on the Switch as well. So
We
that's
well, we don't know if
exciting.
Metroid Prime 4 is coming out in September.
It's well,
We don't
that's
have an
true.
announced
That's
date for
true.
that, do we?
No, but it's coming out 2025.
Yes. Yeah. I think
It is rumored to be coming out in September, though. I mean, people are. Remember, I said it might come out in September too, but
yeah. Yeah. I mean, who knows? And there is just no telling with the way that Nintendo's releasing stuff, right? Because it's just it, it because Metroid sits in this weird space for Nintendo, right? It's not a huge
hmm
system seller, right? It's really for us, like super geeky, like love Nintendo, love everything they do kind of people, right? Because even Metroid Dread I think it didn't even sell 3 million copies globally, right? So
oh,
like,
and that was a day one purchase for me. I went to a
yeah,
GameStop and I
totally.
bought the deluxe edition. So
Yeah, I got my Switch OLED when that came out, because I was like, I am playing that version on the Switch OLED.
it was
So,
so good.
and the grand scheme of things, Metroid, like we love it and we think it's
Hmm.
like Nintendo like must have, but actually a lot of people don't necessarily play it. So, it could, why I'm saying that is it could be something that Nintendo just goes and it's going to be out in 3 weeks, right? Who knows
Yeah,
with them
we'll
anymore?
see.
Who knows?
Because Metro
Excited.
Prime Dread was kind of a surprise too for me. I felt like it was like
It was
announced and
announced
then
and it was out
it,
pretty quick. Yeah.
it's like the iPhone. It's like it was announced iPhone and then you can pre-order next week. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god!
It
So
was like that. Because I think didn't they do this, if memory serves me right? I feel like they did that direct. I think it was like in Feb it was like a March Direct or something. They announced Dread, and then they also announced Metroid Prime Remastered, and the Metroid Prime Remastered was available for digital purchase for that day. Like they were doing something like it. So you never know
Oh,
with
wow.
Metroid. They just kind of like,
We'll
anyways, yeah,
see.
we'll
But,
see.
yeah, so no, it's not confirmed for September, but in a broader lineup, these are 2025
Got it.
releases,
Oh, I
so
see. I see. And anything else on that list that you're excited about?
no. Oh, I might play Borderlands 4. It
Okay,
seems like a style game I would enjoy.
sure.
Um, but, I just want Metroid Prime 4 to have a date so I
Yeah.
can know when I don't when I just can let people know I won't be available for anything
Mm-hmm.
for the next
Yeah.
2 weeks.
I think in terms of the lineup, definitely Metroid Prime 4. Did you mention Mina the Howler?
That's yes, that is
Because that's
coming
coming
out
October 31st.
October. Yes.
Yeah. So that one's definitely really like high on my list.
So in the
Um,
indie scene, we have Mina the Howler, Well
cool.
Dweller, Little Kitty, Big City, Picture Perfect Update. Um,
How cute. People
Little
love
Kitty, Big
Little
City.
Kitty, Big City. They love it. Actually, they say it's really good because you're like, the cat mechanics or physics is apparently really, really, really good.
Is
So
it okay?
like,
It does look
like,
kind of cool. Like, I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if I'll play it, but it looks like something like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like anything that's going to change your life, but people who
Yeah,
like cats and like cat games say this is one of the better ones. So yeah,
that's good.
and it's
Um,
cute. Little Kitty, Big City, love it.
Okay, in other news, performance concerns for high-profile ports
Hmm.
for the Switch 2, especially the Star Wars Outlaws. You've played it,
Yeah.
and it has been reported to be running very poorly on Switch 2. And we called it as soon as we saw
Hmm.
the trailer. It
Yeah.
said you were like, this looks really bad.
Yeah.
And this is per impressions from PAX West. So everybody's like, no
Yeah.
bueno.
It's it's a well, yeah, it's a bit because this is going to go into a bit of news that you've also mentioned when we were talking in our
It's
pre-chat of
Epic
like
Games, right?
no
Not Epic.
the Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
Um is that there's something to do with the dev kits as well and people not being able to have
yes.
like maybe as much optimization time with them. So who knows, maybe it could be part of that like conversation, but it just think why I think like why are people rushing to put out bad games? Because if it continues to happen, then
Mhm.
consumers aren't stupid, right? And they're not going to like they're not going to put up with bad performance. And if take a little bit more time, it's like that thing that Miyamoto said, like you can um you delay a good game as long as you need to delay a good game to make it good or something like that, because if you release a bad game, then that's what people remember, kind of thing.
Like, prime
And
example, no pun intended, Metroid Prime 4 has been
yeah,
taken way too long. But, yes,
takes way too
hopefully it's gonna
long.
be a good game.
Yeah, but then if this comes out and it is as bad as everybody's saying, just like Elden
Mm.
Ring is, then people are going to be like, well, I'm not going to do that, and it's just going to hurt the
Yeah.
third party
They're
like
just like,
cycle
"I'd rather
on
play
the
it on
Switch.
another system." So
Yeah, yeah. Oh, which is a shame because I'm a big fan of Star Wars Outlaws. I think it's great. I think it's a really underrated game that people should try. But like, and it would be so good to be able to take it on the go when you're
Mhm.
traveling, of course. But if it's going to be a shit version, don't get it. But we see it can be done. Like Cyberpunk 2077 is apparently really good. So like,
Yeah,
why
and which
can't they just get their shit together?
I'm buying while I'm here. I haven't done it yet, but I will be buying
Cool.
it.
Well, then good. Yeah, you'll
Also,
have to play it and tell us what it's like.
yeah, it has great reviews on the Switch too,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah. Yeah.
um let's see. A segment of developers are reportedly being restricted from receiving Switch 2 dev
Mhm.
kits, with Nintendo directing them to rely on backwards compatibility instead, stirring speculation about a selective distribution strategy. And so, like, why is Nintendo doing this? Why? So they are being selective, but
Yeah,
like, then this is why probably Outlaws is just not as good as it could be
maybe.
because we all know it. I
Yeah.
mean, it should be able to run on this system.
Sure, yeah, I mean, it's never gonna be like it is on the PS5 or the Xbox Series
Yeah.
X, right? But, we've seen what can happen, so if you take a little bit more time to optimize it and work with the
Hmm.
system, it can work. Well, what do you think's behind that, Mike? Why do you think those dev kits aren't getting out there? Why?
I don't know, but all I can think is that Nintendo, I don't know, they're waiting for their big games to be released
Mm.
so that they can, I don't know. Man, I have no idea. You tell me
It
why.
I mean, well, I don't fully know. I think I have no insider knowledge or anything. I'm just, thinking of so one, I don't know why Nintendo wouldn't want them to have them.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at it from a different way, right? Like it is in Nintendo's best interest for as many people to have Switch 2 dev kits as possible because then they can be optimizing the games, making sure they're really, ready to go and, high quality stuff is happening.
And then people
So
will see how good these games run and then go out and buy
exactly.
a Switch too. So,
There you go, right? Because if like we were just talking about with the Star Wars Outlaws, if people and Elden Ring, if people start to go, oh, the Switch 2 isn't as powerful, that's the narrative that's going to start happening, and then it's going to drive people to go get things like the ROG Ally X box that's coming out, right? They're going to
oh
go,
yeah.
well, it's not as good, so I'll go over here where I think I'm going to be able to play more powerful games. Um, so I wonder, if they didn't have enough available, right? They're having some sort of trouble getting them out there and manufactured. Maybe, who knows? I mean, we know there's enough Switch 2s out there because like there hasn't been this thing of people going like, I can't get one. So,
Hmm.
um, you know, uh, could be something to do with that. It could just be Nintendo being Nintendo, and you buy a Nintendo Switch 2 because you want to play Nintendo games, right? So they're
Yes.
kind of just going like, we'll get you your dev kit when we're ready to get it to you.
But also,
Um,
I was going to say, they're relying on the backwards compatibility, which
right.
means there's just more original Switches out there, and they want
Yeah.
more money on the Switch One because I mean that is their main moneymaker right now, right?
Yeah.
Like the
That's a
Switch
really
One
good point.
is still selling. The Switch One's selling for more now. It's like it's like I don't
Oh
know.
gosh, that whole thing. Yeah, that's a really good point, Mike. So if you think about it from a numbers game, just literally there's, however many freaking million switches out there, 100 and like almost 160 million or something like that.
Yeah,
Um, and the people, yes, the Switch 2 is selling really well. We know it's the fastest selling system in the US in history or something like that. But like that doesn't
something
necessarily mean, you know, people are going to be buying loads of games on it or third party games as well. So
exactly.
they have numbers in the background, they have the metrics, you know, uh, obviously Nintendo's a successful company and they're going to try and run the business as best they can, but it's just weird. It's just weird. Like, you
Hmm.
would think you would want all of your new system, your new shiny system that you want everybody to be trying to adopt to and move over to, but like, yeah, I want it just if I'm a developer, I'm going like, come on, Nintendo. But then,
Yeah.
it's like, what are you going to get mad at Nintendo and be like, no, you didn't give us one early, so we're like not going to make games. Like, no, you're sort of stuck. Like, you want to get
Hmm.
your game on Switch as best as you possibly can, right?
Exactly. I was also gonna say it's kind of disappointing for me, and because I want the Switch 2 to do so well, and I want new exclusive games for the Switch 2, but
Yeah,
I feel like the Switch 1 is going to be around for a lot longer than
yeah,
we expect it to be.
yeah,
And than I expect it to be, but it's gonna
mm,
and so we're gonna have to deal with people making sub quality games just so that both Switch 1 and Switch 2 can have it,
yeah,
where all I want are like I want to max out the resources and the engine of the Switch 2. I want it to be like
mm-hmm,
performing at its
yeah,
top performance every time I
totally.
play a game because this is why I bought it. So, I mean, if you're just going to keep on releasing Switch One games, why like I have two original Switches, like why wouldn't I just use that?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I'm kind of like, give
Yeah,
me something
and
exclusive.
well, it's important because that's why you buy like that's why you buy the new systems early, like early adopters like us. Like we want to get those
Hmm.
exclusives in. But this feels a little bit like so I was saying earlier, like I was full in on the Wii U. I love that system. I bought most of the games that you would want to play on it, and even
Hmm.
more so. So then when the Switch came out and and it was like basically getting all of these ports of the Wii U. There was part of me that was like, oh, well, I've already played these games. I don't want to play this. But I understand
Yeah.
back then it was different because nobody played the Wii U. There was only like 13 million systems sold. So like it was a perfect solution for Nintendo at the time just to say port those, because they're great games from the Wii U. They're fantastic games. So port those over as a way to kind of, have fresh content for people that they didn't play, and then to, make some money on all that investment for making those games on the Wii U. But now it feels like with the Switch 2, it's a little bit of that for me, because if like the big game for this week or throughout the beginning of September is just some, quote unquote DLC or whatever for Kirby, it's like,
Yeah.
well, you're just making me play my Switch 1 games over again. And I'm going like, what? And you're making me pay like an additional like, $20 to do it, where, like the Series X and the Series S, you could put in Xbox 360 games on those, and it will if there has been an upgrade, like, to make it run better or smoother, it automatically doesn't. You don't even have to think about it. So it's just this Nintendoing. Come on, Nintendo.
Exactly.
Anyways,
More
yeah.
Nintendo news, of course, because Nintendo is the only thing we talk about these days. But and then on the Nintendo Switch Online front, August updates include the Chibi-Robo added to
Yeah.
the GameCube Classics, which is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Madden NFL 26, blah.
Where is that? Oh,
Wild,
that's coming out on the Switch?
yes, Madden
Oh,
NFL 26,
no.
Wild Hearts S, and of course the Dragon Drive. We already talked about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, so that's
Have you had a
Chibi-Robo is the
chance to
most
check out
exciting
any
thing for me.
Chibi-Robo?
So not yet, but that's the most exciting thing for me.
Yeah.
I need to. I guess I could download it. And I think you have to log into your GameCube online.
Mhm.
Or can you only play it while you're connected online, or can you like
Oh, no, you just need
install
to
it,
log in, and
log in and get it?
no,
Okay,
no, but so you open the app on the Switch 2, and
mm-hmm,
then it will download the game through the app, and
mm-hmm,
then you don't have to always be online. It will just
okay,
sometimes it will just every
yeah,
once in a while just check that you have permission to play it. So,
yeah. I need to
um
do that.
yeah, I've played about an hour and a half of it, about 90 minutes. I was messing around. It was nice to use the GameCube controller. It's cute. It's not. I had no idea what to expect with it, but it's like you're this. I don't. Do you know anything about Chibi-Robo?
You're a little robot and you have a plug.
Yeah, yeah. So like it's really it's actually really adorable. So you are basically the whole opening scene is that it's this girl's birthday. I think she's like 8 or whatever. And the gift that she gets from her dad is Chibi-Robo. And the robot is there to make the house happy. So your whole job is to go around and do things like clean up paw prints that the dog has made, or find, I don't know, like coins and all this kind of stuff. And the more you do around the house to help out, the more like happy points you get. And so it's this like, it weirdly works. It's a really fun, interesting gameplay loop that I was kind of like, oh, this is really sweet. So you're just like running around the house, but there's like puzzles and challenges and things
Yeah.
it's not just that simple, but
So you're
that's the core
cleaning
premise
the
of it. Yeah.
house while
Yeah.
your house at home is just looking a mess, and then
Uh-huh.
just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
No,
it's that kind of stuff is 100% true. I'm like, oh, why am I
but
doing this
also
when I
this.
should really be
Why
in the
is it so
kitchen?
satisfying? It is
So
satisfying. Those
satisfying.
games, like
Yeah.
so yeah, I do want to play it. I love
Yeah.
all GameCube games. I for some reason I want to be a GameCube like collector. Like I
Mm-hmm.
just told you, we talked about it we talked
Yeah.
about it. I just want GameCube. I don't know why, but I want it, and I
Yeah.
want it now. And the thing is, what
And
I think was why I haven't been playing these GameCube games on the Switch Online is because I've been
oh,
traveling,
yes.
and
Okay.
I want to use my GameCube controller, which I don't have
Yeah.
with me. So I'm like waiting until I go home to like
Yeah, it's so
open it up.
specific, isn't
So
it? Yeah, you
mhm.
really need that GameCube
I
controller,
mean,
I
I know
think.
I can play it using the handheld mode, but I really just I want to have the original experience.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because everything was designed around the shape of that controller.
exactly, so unique.
And one of the things that stands out for me is this was in the first, like, the aesthetics of Chibi-Robo. I think in this is probably for the most part somewhat true, I think, of like the GameCube era. Their character design was just so much more like uh just out there and fun and
Mhm.
vibrant, right? And really kind of like, I don't know, not, I don't want to say it definitely has that cartoon aspect to it, but like Nintendo wasn't always going for realism, so they had to find a way with their art style to make it like new and exciting and cool graphics, but also in a weird kind of bizarro sort of place. So I just love like the design of the people in Chibi-Robo and how they look and how they talk and the way they animate and stuff. It's just a really fun time period for Nintendo artistic
Yeah.
design. Really cool. Yeah.
It was a really weird, like that whole time was weird too. It's like
Yeah.
GameCube was
Uh-huh.
weird. It was a weird
Yeah.
device. It had a handle, like you could pick it up and go somewhere with it. So, which was
So
kind of cool.
cute and
Like
so
if you think
tiny.
about
Yeah.
it, like that was the first portable system. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
uh anyway, speaking of Nintendo, talked about this before, and I said there will be a Nintendo Direct in September. Not that it is
Mm-hmm.
confirmed, but there is lots of rumors now that
Mm-hmm.
that a Nintendo Direct will be happening in September to springboard the upcoming game announcements.
Yeah. I
So
mean, this feels like a no-brainer. I think if
exactly, and Mario's
and
anniversary is coming. His
I
birthday
know.
is coming. So
Come on. I think yeah, I mean, it just feels like like this is being talked about even on a lot of the sort of like
mhm.
more on the podcast that I listen to that have like sort of insider knowledge and stuff like that. That this is going to happen, and they have for the most part had like a direct every September, pretty like consistently. So I mean, this feels like a safe bet.
And we
But
need
then
it.
that's like Nintendo, like they're kind of like having lots of directs, right? Like there's
Mhm.
been since the Donkey Kong Bonanza direct, there's been something pretty consistently, which is great. It's keeping up, getting lots of excitement. But this, it feels like there's been more directs in the last like 3 or 4 months than there has been in the past couple of years or whatever. It's great. It's really good.
Yes, I
Hmm.
agree. But I so Kirby Air Riders, it was fun to watch, and
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I just think is like that's not what I wanted to hear. I want to
No.
hear about. I love it was just one game, a whole 45 minutes on one game. But I'm like, okay, wait. I want to have an hour direct with everything that's
Hmm.
coming that I want. That all the stuff that we've been promised. I want to see it
Yeah.
all. So I'm
Yeah.
excited for that at
That
least.
yeah, we want that big, like, explosive, like, get you really pumped up for games, get you really
Mhm.
excited, like, some reveals that we didn't know were there. You want that one where after you've watched it, you're like, "Oh, yes, come on." It makes you wanna pick up your game
Mhm.
system and start really getting
That's
into
how
it.
I felt with Donkey
Yeah.
Kong. Like, we were so excited.
Yes.
And now
So
it's
good, yeah.
over. I guess I can jump back in there.
That's the word, but that is like such a syndrome of gaming, right? Where it's like
Mhm.
we are hungry for all this news, and then we get the game and we play it really quick, and we're like, now what? It's like
Give me
we
more.
can never we can never just like sit in excitement and kind of enjoy it. It has to
Never
be
be
this constant
satisfied.
like feeding machine. Give me more. It's so ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
such a symptoms of gaming. I don't know any other industry where it's like that. Like I can't think of anything else like that.
Other
And we're
gaming
such
news.
and we're such jerks about it too. Like the
We are
gaming sphere, like,
jerks.
oh yeah, we're like, yeah, you gave me what I want, but it wasn't exactly what I want.
Exactly. But another gaming news, PAX West, of course, is happening right now as we
Mm-hmm.
speak. Yeah, and we're hopefully after this weekend we'll have a more people's impressions of new games that they're
Mm-hmm.
trying, and just
Mm-hmm.
maybe some more announcements we haven't heard yet too. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. And it just it makes me realize we need to go to some games
Oh,
conventions
I would
next year,
love
Mike. I
to.
think, yeah. I bet I was when you were talking at the start of the show around like being involved with with our crew, our crowd of people, seeing all the kind of gamers all coming together and having a really good time and like wanting to like see all the latest and greatest and play all. It's just such a good energy.
It is.
I know there's one in October in London, and I think it's called EGX. So we should try and see if we can go to that one because
Okay.
it's not as big as Gamescom or PAX West, but it takes over quite a big space at the Excel Center here, and they'll be previewing a lot of the games that get announced at PAX West or have been at Gamescom. So it might be our first chance to play Metroid Prime 4 Beyond if it doesn't come out in September. So we'll have to look at those. I'll have to look it up and see if we can get some tickets for that because actually that's a really fun day out. It's really cool.
That would be fun.
Really cool.
That would be
Yeah.
absolutely fun. We should definitely plan on doing this next year
Yeah.
and getting just experiencing and being around
Mhm.
all the fun games, all the freaks and geeks, and and just be seen.
Totally. I'd love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is on the
All right.
docket for news, Mike? Anything else?
I don't know. You had something else, I think. That's all I
Did
had.
I?
Mine was all Nintendo. You had other scopes,
Oh,
I thought.
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, one of the things, I did, thank you, Mike, for that reminder. The rumblings is that the PlayStation 6
Oh, yeah.
is being talked about. And they are talking about the fact that it's gonna have like a few different SKUs for when it comes out. So you know how like this generation of the Xbox had the Series X and the S, right? X
Yeah.
obviously more powerful, and then the S kind of more affordable and digital only and entry sort of level system. Which, by the way, doesn't give as much love as it should. I love my Series S. It's been such a great thing to have, especially because this is the other room and it's got a 1080p screen, so it's like perfect for that, right? If you don't have all of like the kind of bells and whistles and stuff, it's great. Love my Series S. Anyways, so what they're saying about the PlayStation 6 is that there is going to be one of the like SKUs is going to be your sort of like full fat, like all the things you want, the bells and whistles, like what you would expect from it. And then another one of those is going to be a hybrid, so a dockable version of that. And it just seems like PlayStation is, cottoned onto the fact that handheld gaming is absolutely a thing. And they see the success of the Switch. They see, they have the PlayStation Portal device, which, I have, and it works well, but it's basically like a Wii U, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you're not like, you can't really leave. I mean, you could take it anywhere you want, but like, you're not going to take it to hotel Wi-Fi or work. It's not going to work.
It just streams from your PlayStation. Yeah.
Exactly. So you're going to have really, really strong Wi-Fi, which I mean, I don't know how many I guess they have data on this. Maybe people do take it with them and then, stream into their system. But, it just seems like, this seems inevitable in a way, right?
Yeah.
But one of the things that I get, I'll be curious about with this particular setup is, is it going to be that, because one of the problems people had with the Series S and the Series X is that what Microsoft said was that a game needs to work on both the Series X and S, right? You can't just go like it's only available on the X and not the S.
Yeah.
And there's been
essentially it's the same system, right? It's just it's just
lower
one has
spec.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But
so that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And for the most part, it's worked. Like they managed to kind of pull it off. But there's been a few kind of like high profile games. Like one of them was Baldur's Gate 3 that they couldn't get the two players at the same time on Baldur's Gate 3 for the Series S is not an option because they just can't get it to work with the power spec. And that was one of the first ones that Microsoft said, okay, the game can be different on the Series S and the X, right? You don't have to make it work across the same because they really wanted that game on their system. So I say that because like, how is this going to work with this PlayStation 6, right? Like, is it anything that's portable is ultimately going to inherently have less power in it because you just can't get all of that from what's in a box into like a portable unless technology is like moving on in such a way by the time that comes out.
Unless they know something we don't, unless they have vibranium or something from Wakanda forever. Like, what's going on?
Sony has broken into the Marvel vaults. They did this. Spider-Man, because it's owned by Sony and licensed by Sony, has swung into like a spy into the Marvel universe
and has
gotten
put their web
vibranium
up
from Black Panther from Wakanda.
It's like Wakanda
and
forever.
Float it back to Sony Studios. Oh my God, could you imagine? I fucking love that.
I mean, this is what has to happen. Sony has done it. I mean, and going back to what you said about the portability, for example, the Switch itself has brought people who were never gamers into being a gamer now.
Yeah,
like the Switch has made gamers because, like, I mean, I've always been a gamer, but the thing is, like, I didn't want to get another system because my life is all about like traveling. I'm not really settled down.
Yeah.
Now I'm more settled down, but if I could choose one system, I had to choose a Switch because I want to play wherever I go. I'm not going to lug my PlayStation around. So, but now, so they caught on to that. Like, there are people out there that need portability, and so that's going to be really good for them. And it would increase your sales, I believe. So,
I think so. As long as, like, so historically, the PlayStation had the Vita. Did you ever have one of those?
I've been looking for one secondhand. Like, I'm trying to find one at like a garage sale or something. But yes,
well,
a boot
I
sale,
never had one, but the word on the street, the kids say, is that the Vita was actually really well made.
Yes,
and it's a really, really, really good console.
I was speaking to the guy at Pink Gorilla, the secondhand game store, and he was like, "Oh, we don't have any Vitas in right now, but we did." And he's like, "Oh, it's as soon as we get them in, they sell because like they're so like people want them,
people love them." But the
PSP
problem is,
was first, right?
The PSP was first, and the Vita,
and then
was
the Vita's
second.
the upgrade. Okay,
yeah. But here's one of the problems that I bring that up because Sony historically will, like, if they'll put technology, like, let's take VR, let's take PSVR 2, right? They'll put all this money, they'll invest into it, and the second it doesn't sell, they just fucking forget about it, right? So I worry about, like, and that's what happened with the Vita. Like, it came out, it just didn't take off, and then like all these people that bought the system then got nothing, and they just let it go into the pasture to die. So, like, unless this PlayStation 6, I mean, I know this is slightly different because this is their flagship model. This is what their whole business model is PlayStation, the console itself. But unless if it is true, these rumors that there is going to be this hybrid version, if it doesn't have absolute parity 1-to-1, then I worry that it could be something that they go, like, suddenly they're going, well, we're not going to support it because it's just not, we thought that's what gamers wanted, and blah 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 blah. So this, I feel like this sits in a slightly different, it's not comparing apples to apples, I guess, but like you never know with Sony, right? Like, I would have never thought they spent all that money on PSVR 2, and now it's just dead. Like,
I haven't heard much about it at all. Like, nothing. Exactly.
Yeah. And it's great tech too.
Hopefully Sony really, I mean, follows through with it, and hopefully it's amazing. But also, I was just looking into buying a PS5 recently, so I'm like, oh well, should I wait?
And those prices, but those prices just went up, Mike. So all the this, I mean, that is so crazy to me when you think about it. So I think it just went up in the US. I don't know if it did over here in the UK, so you might still be in luck. But like, the fact that the PlayStation 5 digital version is $100 more now than what it was when it was released 5 years ago. Like, we're more than halfway through this system's life cycle, and it's gone up $100. It used to be the other way around. It used to be that things got cheaper, and now you were buying it like, the slim version or whatever. It's just, it's
I want
crazy.
The fat
like,
version.
Oh, you do actually. Oh, you should get it. I want you to get a PlayStation 5.
Can you play DVDs on it?
Blu-rays, you can play Blu-rays, DVDs, everything.
That's all I need. That's the reason why I want to buy it.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
You should.
But no, it's
and there's so many good PlayStation games. Like, there's so many good PlayStation games.
How backwards compatible is it to like PS4 or?
It's immediately compatible with PS4 and like, you can put a PS4 disc in, it'll work right away. PS3 is a little bit of a strange one because it had like its own unique, like, engine, like in chipset built for it. I think it was called the Emotion
So
Engine or something
some
like that.
games work?
No. So
Oh,
you
no games.
can't.
Okay.
It's so different. Well, here's how they get around it. It's so different though that the only way they can get around it, I think for the most part, is either they've remade all those games and make them PS4, or when you, depending on the level of subscriber, like their version of Nintendo Switch Online, like PlayStation Plus, depending on which version you get, if you have the highest version, you can stream those PlayStation 3 games for free as part of the back library. And then the same thing for PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1. So actually, and what's really cool is on the PlayStation Portal, if I want to now, I don't have to necessarily stream games from my PlayStation 5. I can just turn it on and I can go to like back catalog and stream directly to the PlayStation Portal. So I can go play all these PS1 games, PS2 games, PS3 games. And it almost feels it's actually really, really cool. So you've got all of Sony's back catalog pretty much available.
And also like when I was thrifting and going through some different like secondhand shops and stuff, there's tons of PS4 and PS3 games for sale. Well, pay PS4 mainly, no PS5s, but all PS4 games, and like all these games. Like, and I was looking at like this seems like a good game, and so it'd be cool.
It's really good. We're gonna make you a PlayStation boy.
Library.
I love it. We're gonna get you sucked in. Come on, Mike. Come over to the Sony world. It's really nice and fun over here. You can you can play the sad dad games. That's what they call them, sad dad.
Sad dad.
Because it's always like The Last of Us, where you're playing a dad who's like really struggled, or like God of War. The main character, Kratos in God of War, he's like an upset dad the whole time. So it's all they make, the joke is they're all sad dad games.
Yeah, I was a PlayStation 2 guy, and I did play God of War for that. I actually still have the game.
Sick.
I have my Buffy Chaos Bleeds, and I have a few PlayStation 2 games like in my like storage unit, and I'm just like, But I wouldn't. I'm not going to go buy a PlayStation 2. So
no, but I don't know. What you can't do is put a PlayStation 2 game into a PlayStation 5 and it play. That doesn't work. But
that's fine.
PS4 you can stick it in and it works just fine. So
no, I can emulate those somewhere.
That was my other piece of news. No, I think that's about it. I think that covers some of the stuff that's been happening out there in the wide world of video games. I just as a sidebar, as I said, I'm like making my way through Clair Obscura 33, and I'm looking forward to us talking about that, Mike. So when you get a chance to start playing that, please do. And then I picked up another little, haven't, and I'm only about like 45 minutes into it, but so one of the monthly meetups that I go to, Good Games Dev Club. You went to one. Not this past one, with the one before. The person who arranges all that, Harvey, I'm forgetting Harvey's last name at the moment. It will come to me anyways. He released a game along with one of his co-workers called Morgan the Metal Detector. And it's really sweet game.
What do you play it on?
It's on. You can buy it on Switch, or I think on Steam, anywhere pretty much. And you basically are Morgan, who spends their summers down in Cornwall, and I think has to do with where they're from, the designers and the developers and stuff. And you get a metal detector, and you go help people around finding stuff. And so it's just a really nice, like, kind of like, it scratches that itch of like achieving stuff, but it's not always about like, the world's ending. It's like, no, somebody lost an engagement early, I'm gonna help them find it in this really kind of cute world. So I'm gonna keep playing through that, and just support those developers who are out there releasing games like super indie stuff. So really good. Have you been able to dip into anything?
So I've just been still going through Hogwarts Legacy. I think I'm never going to finish this game because all I keep on doing is flying around on my broom, and just exploring everything and try to unlock all the little secrets. I'm like I said, I'm a completionist, and I just really enjoy finding all the little things and gadgets, and I'm really enjoying that. I think I'm going to get into Kirby Forgotten Land soon, and I think I need to check out Clair Obscura, but it'll be a minute.
Wait till you get back and you've got it on the Game Pass and stuff like that. Yeah, because you're going to want to play that.
I'm just about to buy Cyberpunk 2077, so I'm just like, oh my god, I'm already creating backlog before it starts. So, and then all my GameCube games I'm getting. So, oh my god,
Doesn't matter. Just it is fine. Just you
It
play the
is what
games
it
that you want
is.
to, right? Like we say,
That's
I
what we're
suppose.
about to. That's all. I mean, that's what we're about. That's what we're all about. Out of sync.
All right. I guess that is about all the time we have for this week's episode. What games are you excited about in the fall lineup that's coming down the road? Were you at PAX West? Did you see Mike trying to buy the Pokemon walk-up pedometer or whatever it was?
Poke Walker.
If so, Pokewalker. Do you have a Pokewalker? Do you love your Pokewalker? If you have any questions for us and want to share your thoughts on anything that we talked about or games you're excited for, do send us an email. It's gamers@outofsyncgaming.co.uk. That's gamers@outofsyncgaming.co.uk. We will have it written out for you, as you can see there. Ask us any questions you like. Tell us what you're playing, anything like that, and we will talk about it in an upcoming episode. Mike, tell the listeners where they can find us on socials and on
You can
interwebs.
always find us on all socials: Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, Out of Sync Gaming. Search for us, look for our faces, and obviously like and subscribe on YouTube for more content like this. And yeah, please help us out. We're getting up there. We're getting a few subscribers every few days. So
Yeah, more and more. Come join us. Come join the Out of Sync Gaming pool. It's a lot of fun. It's nice and warm and cozy. We love it.
cozy.
All right. Well, I think that's about it for the rest of this episode. So thank you everybody for tuning in, for sticking around, and for just
Thanks.
hearing Mike and I talk about all of our video game nonsense. And
Yes,
I
that's
guess
what
that
we
means
love.
exactly. So until next time,
Play what you want to.
bye.
Bye.